Hi, you guys. So it looks as if Christina from this season of Ready to Love is hanging out with the Brown girls in Shiloh. Well, we're all Brown girls, so Brown Girl Squad. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know if she was familiar with them before the show, or because I guess they're all kind of in the same area. But anyway, I wanted to come on and touch on this live that went up. They were having a girls' night pajama party or whatever, and they decided to go live. Camille, Shiloh, like I said, Christina, and Zadia. And people, of course, you guys know in these lives, they ask questions. So she started talking because I know when I was listening to the Aisha live, which was a very good live as well, and I said that the live between Aisha and Liz and Vernisha, I thought it was a nice live. But I was reading the comments and I see people were asking and saying, "Oh, Zadia's gonna love this and all this, that, and the other." Like, I don't think that Zadia is that invested in Aisha at this point. Okay, like I think that's kind of reaching. But for whatever reason, people are still trying to pull these two women into something that's not really going on anymore. They're not on the show anymore, right? So yeah, so people are just being messy at the end of the day. But let me play it. Okay, I'll play what she had to say, and then I'll come back to the whole conversation about Little Black Book and Zadia, which I'm going to take you guys back to my video where I don't have it. I should have probably got some of that video on my own video, but I didn't. But you guys can, it's here on my page, where I was kind of saying certain things about the whole conversation coming from Little Black Book and Zadia, but I'm going to play with what she had to say and I'll come back.
I think you follow her.
Child, the people just want to have beef with me for no reason. It's not restrictions.
I think it's just a misunderstanding.
No, my comments are restricted. So you can't say anything if you're not following me.
I had that. I just turned it off.
No, I'm not turning it off because people are still disrespectful.
Yeah. What's crazy?
Now folks are talking about I'm pregnant.
She's a free spirit when she talks.
Oh, I'm very much a free spirit. I am. I really am.
Like, I'm here.
Yeah, no, not on the live, but that's what people have been asking me. Are you pregnant? I'm not pregnant.
How did you get pregnant?
I don't know. I mean, immaculate
conception.
Look, Kamisha started following you.
Yeah, but she should be able to say something now. No,
she should be able to say something in the chat, but
it's very much so misunderstanding. And I honestly don't expose about like how my parents don't love me, and yeah, it was crazy. It's the wildest thing. I'm just like, I don't know what I've done to you and why you are constantly attacking me. He even put me in the middle of this whole breakup situation where I have nothing to do with nothing. So
how you gonna say with your daddy and your mama? It's just
my mom is literally at my house right now. She cooks for me every day.
Yeah, it's giving the toss up the side of his neck, and he doesn't know what he's
it's giving you are in women's business and you're being very, very messy.
I
don't have time for the mess.
Very messy.
And I also don't have time for people attacking my family when my family has nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, I feel like
they raised me.
Okay, so yeah. And I think I kind of said this back then when I was after I watched the interview. He was on an interview with her a really long time. And she also, I think that was probably one of the highest in his numbers when you look at from that whole cast, right? People were waiting to hear from Zadia. That's why, number one, because other people were not interviewing her because they were saying certain things about her. And that's why, even though I'm not interviewing people, but I think that if you're going to interview people, you have to kind of take it a little slow on some of these comments you make, because people don't have to want to talk to you, and you're out here talking reckless about them or their family or whoever else, right? And so I didn't really get it. And he kind of said things about her after he interviewed, and even before he interviewed her. And I kind of said in my video, it felt like he was just buying into, and maybe he has a crush on one of these girls that was telling him all this stuff, like Sydney or Sabrina. Um, who was the other one? Whoever else. I don't really think it was Aisha because I don't really know if Aisha even interviewed with him towards the end as well, or maybe she interviewed, long before the end of the show. I don't know. I can't remember now. I know he spoke with Aisha. Maybe he interviewed Aisha after Zadia. So I don't know. I don't know really. It just became really obvious that he was taken aside. And I feel like it's probably not a good idea to do stuff like that with these castmates. Because, like I was saying in my video, I'm not going to judge her on all this stuff people are saying because I don't know if she's really like that, right? Um, I do believe some of it because she even said herself some of the events and things that went on happened. People were putting their little stank on some of it. She said that as well. So, it just kind of exaggerating the scene, making it a little bit more than what it was to make her look like a certain type of person. And so I do believe her. I believe her, and I also said this in my own video that all of these women are kind of they will speak their mind, right? I mean, they all can jump in these lives and say it how they mean it. So they can say it how they mean it when they are face to face with Zadia as well, right? They were saying it how they mean it at the reunion, right? So why buy into everything that people are saying to you? These women were all strong-willed, all of them, everybody that was on that cast. So I don't believe that she was quote unquote bullying anyone. She may have had a certain way towards some of them, and they may have had certain way. It sounded like they did anyway, especially since they could not stop going on and on and on about her. It kind of started to make me feel a way like, okay, so maybe they were the ones giving her the attitude, so she was just giving it back to them, right? So if you give somebody a nasty attitude, that's how. Why would they treat you any other way? Like, make that make sense. No one owes you anything. If you should treat people how you, just like that saying goes. And so you don't really know what to believe with all of that with those women. And it's kind of funny to me that he was kind of buying into that. And I think I said that in my video. It sounded like he was just taking a side just for the sake of taking a side, or he just really believed what they were saying. And yeah, she's right. He was trying to kind of critique her by saying that her family probably wasn't there for her, so she's looking for love. And, I mean, it was wild, the kind of the stuff he was kind of putting out there, and it was a little. I was kind of side-eyed on it too. I was like, okay, let me not even entertain him with this cast anymore because it started to feel personal, right? That he had some personal, and he's not even, to my understanding, he's in the UK, so I don't even know how he knows Zadia for you to feel any way about her, regardless if she was saying certain things to certain women. What does that have to do with you? What does it have to do with me? And so there's no reason for me to take a certain position with her or anybody on that cast, to be honest. Like I said, I wasn't necessarily buying into everything all these women were saying either. Um, and that's just my opinion. And I feel like he should have known better than to do that as well. But then, they tried to bring up some fake conversation about colorism, but then at the same time, you look at a situation like that, and maybe he felt like whatever certain people said to him, it was just that believable, right? Opposed to this other woman trying to explain herself, because he really just had a way about him. And I'm like, sitting there listening to that interview, like, what evidence did these women present to him? Because they haven't presented anything to us. Okay. And I'm just keeping it real outside of Frank. And Frank didn't like her either. So Frank is going to say whatever it is that he needs to say to make people think whatever about her. Right. It's kind of like this Tasha K thing, right? All these people on YouTube who don't like her are going to have all this stuff that they try to present and they don't have nothing to back it up. Right. And so it's the same thing. You just don't like someone and you just want to say all this crazy stuff about them and put it out there that way. Because I'm like, well, he should show us the evidence that they're presenting to him to make him feel this way. Because, you know, I didn't see these situations like that. And then she tried to explain some of the things that they were saying happened one way. She was telling a completely different story. To my understanding, Naeem was telling Nye. I might be pronouncing his name wrong. Nye was telling a different story, and then Camille as well. So these all of these stories were not adding up to the same. So how does he know who is telling the actual the way it happened story, right? And so it struck me as odd that he would take a side in that, unless, like I said, he was attracted to somebody and he was just trying to like kind of buck up for that person. I don't know. And it was just weird. And I do agree with her bringing people's family members, saying people were latchkey kids or whatever he was saying about her, like her mother wasn't giving her attention. And like, how do you know this? Did she tell you that? I don't recall. I think he was asking her about her childhood and stuff, but I don't think he was. She was saying things like that, right? Um, and then, yeah, to say that she was lacking love in her relationship with her family was weird. Um, so yeah, I don't have an issue with her kind of going back and forth with him if he's still out here going at her like that. I don't know what he said recently because I didn't hear it. I'm just going on what she was saying in this live, and I thought, yeah, he is kind of giving her some weird energy, and some people were saying, well, maybe he's attracted to her. I don't know that I believe that. I think that he was attracted to one of those other girls. And so he just wanted to kind of go in for whoever that is, whether it was Sabrina, um, was Stacy, was her name Stacy? Well, see, child, I will forget y'all names by the next season, so you should never take it personal. um, I don't remember all their names now, but whoever, Sydney or one of the other women that were on there, it would seem like maybe he's attracted to somebody that was on. Because I'm like, he should present whatever evidence they presented to him. If you're trying to say all this stuff and you think all this stuff is true, because personally, I didn't believe everything everybody was saying. I felt like the truth was somewhere in the middle, right? Because Frank was saying the situation happened one way, Sydney was saying the situation happened one way, and she was in the one involved in it. So why shouldn't I believe what she was saying more than what Frank was saying, right? And her story was not the same as Frank's story when you really listen to what they both were saying. And so, yeah, I don't know what that's about with Little Black Book. You have to do things with integrity. You really do. And I think that a part of that is just staying biased in situations like that and just allowing everyone to tell their truth, whatever that is, regardless if you believe it or not, and leave it alone. Um, yeah, but let me know what you guys thought about all of that. Did you take it as he was kind of attacking her? Even during that interview, but I don't know what he's saying recently. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Yeah, and then why are you still talking about her? Because Aisha and Dante broke up. She had absolutely nothing to do with that. She already said that she wasn't feeling Dante like that. And I kept saying that anyway. I didn't feel like she was really feeling Dante like that. She was just trying to keep him from going with Aisha, right? Even if she had to get him eliminated along with herself, she just wanted to mess up Aisha's connection. And she even said that she was just in a competitive state. So um, I don't think that she was ever after Dante like that. So I don't think Dante is over there with Zadia or anything like that. I don't think Zadia came into play at all in Aisha and Dante's relationship. So I don't know what he said, but it's kind of funny. And I think Kamisha was saying that she blocked her, but she's been saying a lot of people are that they're blocking her or whatever. Um, I don't know. I don't go that deep. If they put their lives up, if I catch their live, which I haven't been catching nobody's lives as of late, but if I catch their live, then I just listen. I don't try to get talking with them. I think I talked to one person and I just felt like Denise, and I felt like she was approachable in that way, in her comments and during one of her lives. But I really, for the most part, I just kind of want to hear them out and come on my platform and just talk about whatever it is that they're saying. I'm not going to go to nobody's page to harass them and do all of that, right? That's not me. I don't really think Carmisha is doing it. I think that she's trying to break a story, and maybe she's asking them certain things that they don't really want to talk about or they can't talk about. Um, so I don't know. But she was saying that she never blocked anybody. I'm still following Zadia. So, and she's never, I think that she probably know I'm over here saying the things about the show as well. She's never even said any or, come off nasty or try to, kick me off her live or whatever or anything like that. So I think that she knows that YouTubers are coming to listen to them when they go live, right? So we can come on our platforms and create our content around whatever they're saying or try to use some of the video if we can. um, there's no reason to get indignant with anybody, just to get a story. That's just my opinion, and that's how I operate. Everybody don't have to operate like that. Do it how you do it, get it how you live, get your money how you get your money. I really don't care. um, but yeah, she was saying pretty much that she didn't block Kamisha. I know Kamisha was saying a few people probably have blocked her or something. I don't know. She seems to have a good relationship with this cast. However, I don't know. I only discovered Carmisha within the last season or so. So I don't know what all she had going on in the past. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Little Black Book coming for Zadia. Do you think that he has something um, for one of the other girls that was on cast? And so he's kind of taking that, whatever they want out on Zadia through his platform because of whatever they're saying their treatment was from Zadia. Because she seems to get along with other women, right? Like she's cool with Christina and she's still cool with Shiloh. So, and her and Camille, I don't know that she and Camille knew each other before they went on the show. So, how is it that she can maintain these relationships but she can't be cool with anybody else? So it's probably not all her. And that's what I came to, that it was probably both sides given. They probably was both giving a little to each other. And that's why they couldn't get past that. And I'm not just talking about Aisha, I'm talking about Sabrina, Sydney, and whoever else had a problem with her. That's how I feel about it. That's it, and that's all. I'm going to end with another little clip from them, from their girls' night. And let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.